wherever you happen to be. My name is Scott, and with me, as always, on these Mondays is Trina Paulus. But this is an extra special super duper edition of your program, isn't it? Can you tell us about where you are and what you're doing?
Well, Scott, I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I think we should right away show the view from our hotel window. It's an extraordinary view. Please, the other one first, if you can.
Yeah, sorry.
That's when we look out, we see these beautiful, beautiful mountains. And my son actually lived up in one of these mountains here as a ski guy. And for a couple of ski seasons, he was a waiter in an Alta Peruvian lodge up here. And we had the first trip of our first day here. We went up to that lodge to see where he had lived for a couple of years in the ski season. So this was that world. It's a very windy road. These are very high mountains that are sort of the epitome of the ski places in the country. It's the edge of Salt Lake City. Now let's look at that second one, Scott, because this is the way it looks out the windows. So you get that beautiful horizontal thing we just saw with the mountain. Then you go down and look at the whole thing, and it's not a video right now, but there's a huge, busy street that's right there, like halfway. And then
that's me right to your right.
Okay, so this is the contrast that is Salt Lake City now. It's really now the second tech center after Silicon Valley in the country right now, and it's building every place you look. The surrounding areas and everything. There's new construction going on. We saw every place we went there was new construction. You wonder where they're going to be, and it's kind of a basin with mountains around it. It's quite dramatic.
Yeah.
And sort of crazy with the busyness of the city, contrasting with these mountains. So that's this. So what we're here for, though, is the production of the play of Hope for the Flowers. The first time since the first section of it was done as part of the University of Utah performance for the Young People's Theater at that time. And I came out to see that in 1984. And now this is the first one with fully orchestrated music. And there was a beautiful thing that was done as a video here in the alternate that I think, Scott, you did a beautiful job that we could play for people. And it gives a sense of what the musical is and how exciting it is to be here for it.
Okay, let's go ahead and play the video right now.
Whimsical musical showing right now at the Hart Theater in Salt Lake City. Ben is the director and joins us now with Chase and Sam, who's going to sing in just a little bit to tell us about the show. Welcome, you two.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive right in. Tell us what this is all about. This is for kids, but you say secretly for adults because they're going to love it just as much.
That's right. It's a book that was written many years ago by an author, Trina Paulus, who happens to be here this weekend for the shows, and she'll be doing book signings. She's 93 years old. So this is a work that started at the University of Utah about 40 years ago in some form, and now it's adapted into a full-length musical. And Chase and I kind of took a turn at finding the little twists and turns for this version. And he also plays Stripe.
Chase, you say it's partly about life, it's partly about revolution, and a lot about hope.
Yeah, I think, it's playing one of these main characters. It's about climbing the corporate ladder and finding that getting to the top really doesn't get you anywhere because it's already inside of you. That the butterfly is already inside of all of us. So I think it's like the Inside Out 2 of musicals. You know what I mean? It's just it really gets into the truth a lot. And I had the opportunity to really connect with a lot of those things that, I go through, and the relationship with my wife and ambition, being an artist, and just, wanting to, the next job, sort of thing. So it's got a lot of truth to it. Now, it's for the family too. I have 3 young boys and they love the show, but it's great because it's for everybody.
Oh, and I love that because you can see it through their eyes and they're having their own experience, but then here we are as adults having these reminders and feeling the emotion behind it too.
Absolutely, and everybody playing.
Yeah, which is the most important part. I thought this was
Absolutely.
really interesting, though. Adapted entirely, this production by Utah local artists, and you also have a live orchestra, 14-piece on stage. That's pretty rare these days
It's
around town.
breathtaking, yeah.
Absolutely overwhelming in the best way.
So this opened the beginning of the month. What's the reaction been
Well,
so far?
it opened on my birthday on November 1st.
Happy birthday,
So as a
November
director,
1st.
yeah, as a director to have a show open on your birthday was magic. And so the response has been incredible. People, I think, are laughing and crying and going home and talking about what they need to do differently in their lives. So we've been really, really blessed to have audiences enjoy it so far.
It feels really new. It's something different, and of course that's such a thing to say, but it really, the way that Ben directed it and the way that we went about building the show and the music and everything that has been built is, it's unique. It's beautiful.
It sounds so thoughtful and so full of heart. But speaking of Hart Theater, if you're not familiar with it, what kind of works are they doing? Where do you perform?
It's actually just on 1700 South in Salt Lake. All the information's on the website, easy to find, hearttheaterco.com. And the next show that we're doing is Next to Normal, and that'll be at the beginning of this next year.
Which
Whoa.
Ben is starring in, actually.
Oh, you
so
are.
we're and I'm directing, so we're
You're
trading.
swapping roles.
Yeah.
I know. It
Interesting.
just happened to be that way. Yeah.
Okay, so we want to give everyone a sneak peek.
Yes.
What are we going to
Yeah.
see right now? You two introduce this.
So this is the other caterpillar in the story, Yellow, and that's played by Sam Torres, and this is her song, Yellow's song, that happens in Act 1.
Oh, and she looks so beautiful. Let's
Yeah,
see a
she's
little
incredible.
snippet of the musical. Sam, take it away.
I could stand this life, hoping in what was ahead until I met you. Talking to yourself that day. Since then, my heart just hasn't been in it. But I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I didn't know how badly I felt about this life until then. Now, when you look at me so kindly, I know for sure I don't like this life. I don't like this life. I just wanna do something like crawl with you, nibble grass with you.
Oh, what a great way to start our Friday, everybody. Tickets are online right now at hearttheaterco.com. Use that promo code FLOWERS47 to get $7 off. The show is going on now through November 24th. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks. Well, isn't that amazing? Pretty amazing.
It was a lot of fun seeing that, and not being there. It's so nice to be able to have someone actually produce something that we can kind of get a taste for the play. Tell us more about your experiences that you've been having in Salt Lake City, can you?
Yes, well, I told you about the first time where I went out to where my son spent 2 winters. And the next day, we went to Antelope Island in the middle of the Salt Lake Sea area. It's a big, big island where the buffaloes roam. And perhaps in another show we'll still be talking about this adventure out here. We can have you see the beautiful buffalo picture. I don't know what our timeline is here, Scott, and how much time we have for our comments. But then the next day, we went to there's a magnificent butterfly. It's just gorgeous. The butterfly biosphere that was just amazing. And there was an entomologist there who took us backstage where they keep they raise the chrysalises that they get from overseas. They don't have the breeding going on right there. But they do have bring the chrysalises, and they raise the chrysalises And then when they come out, they release them into this great big paradise of place. So we were taking back on, but then another was the wonderful part of it. We actually had a butterfly release. That was the courtesy of the people creating this show. Kathy Neff bought tickets for a butterfly release where we were each given a container with butterfly in it that we could release them. And this happened to be also a memorial for a friend of me and mostly of Marisol, who is with me, and coincided with this butterfly release with a memorial back home where we lived, a memorial in Montclair, in New Jersey, where we lived. So that altogether was a wonderful experience. And then, my goodness, what else did we do? We've done something special every day, and tomorrow we go home, and this is a very special thing. The new steps will be what will be the new steps after the 24th when this show is over.
Yeah. So this show has quite a history. It was 1984 when it was
Yes,
first shown.
and the Kathy who now it's now orchestrated with this full orchestra, 14-piece orchestra, which is pretty amazing, and live music every night, and that was 1984 with just the music that Kathy played, which was just fine. It was just perfect for its own self, and the drummer was 15 years old, and he's David Young, who now has produced this show. They've kept that in their heart for 40 years. Can you imagine?
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that amazing?
And I understand that you were able to meet with and talk with the cast too. How was that?
Well, that was something that was very special for me. We could talk to each other and hear what the cast thought. At least some of their things that they wanted to say publicly. We heard some beautiful things, and the owner of the theater was there during that conversation. And David spoke a bit, and Kathy spoke a bit, and I spoke somewhat, and it was a wonderful. It's been a wonderful experience, Scott. People putting this on who have loved it, and it's very faithful to the book in many ways. The text is very much the same as the book, so they've tried to be very true to the book. So it's been wonderful. So perhaps that's enough. Do you have more questions, Scott?
Well, I was just thinking that it's been wonderful in terms of sharing, and if people can join Hope for the Flowers Revolution Facebook group, there will be updates not only with this but all of the other activities that you've been in and will continue to be in. So
yes, it's this late harvest at 93. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And people can visit hopefortheflowers.com for more information and also to connect with you if that is their desire. So,
want to still see the play, Scott, they can go to the Hart Theater Company and get tickets. HART, Salt Lake City.
Sounds like a winner. Okay, well, with that, I think that we'll go ahead and sign off. Thank you so for coming to us live from Salt Lake City, and we'll see you next time, everyone.